Hi.
Welcome to the Natasha and Debbie Show.
Hello.
That's brutal. Just two patriotic girls. So please don't take us the wrong way.
Hi. Welcome to the Natasha and Debbie Show.
Oh, hello guys. Thanks for being here today. And hello to Debbie's Homer Simpson finger. She's got the prop back out. You know it's going to be a good episode when the prop's back out. She needs new ones already.
You know it.
I do.
And now you do too.
Anyway, we have a really great episode for you today. One where we're going to be learning a lot of stuff because it's a topic we know nothing about.
That's right. And don't forget, we're going to do some P.O. Box gifts at the end.
I did forget.
See if Debbie got any more toys.
Did you? Oh, I already know what's in there. Yeah, P.O. Box at the end of the video here, so please stay for those. We have some really cool stuff to show you guys, so don't want to miss it. Also, I want to send a huge thank you over to our friends at Patreon. Did I ever say that?
No.
Oh, I was going to, but then the finger messed me up. Thank you, everybody over at Patreon, for getting exclusive content that only you get. Debbie and I just put a cooking video out. I was part of it.
She helped.
I helped. It was a really easy part of it. But it's a local dish that only people in our state even know about. So it's a very exclusive VIP only thing on Patreon. So we hope you guys enjoyed that. Yeah, so that's where we're at. Now it's time to talk about what we're here for today.
What are we going to learn today?
We're going to learn how to ride the London Tube.
Very important information.
Yeah, we have none of. We're suburbanites, so we don't use public transportation.
No.
And we really haven't our whole lives, right?
I haven't. I think I've been on one city bus.
Same here. One city bus when I was a teenager.
Yeah.
Ditching school with a friend.
Yeah, we don't have subways or trains that are easily accessible around here. So
no.
I don't know if the subway and the tube are the same thing.
I don't know much about
different?
Any of this. If you took me to New York City and dropped me off at the subway, I'd cry like a little girl because I wouldn't have a clue what to do. I'd be terrified. But I don't know anything about the London Underground. I know what the sign looks like, and it's underground. That's it. That's all I know. But that's not something we're going to learn about today so much. We'll maybe, if you guys want, do something about the London Underground in a future video. But today we're going to learn about how to ride the London Tube, because that'd be kind of important. And if we ever get ourselves over there, we're going to want to do this.
That would be very important.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, I'm riding the tube.
Right.
Just to say that I did.
So we're going to find out how to do that right now. Let's do it together.
Yellow Productions presents
How to Ride the London Underground. I'm Chris, this is Yellow Productions. I do travel guides that are fun, informative, and entertaining. And in this video, I'm going to be telling you everything you need to know to ride the Underground, also known as the Tube. While it may seem complicated at first, after you watch this video, you'll be a pro. I've broken it down into 7 different areas. First, I'll give you a system overview. Then I'll talk about planning your journey, buying tickets, getting in, finding the platform, riding the train, and then finally getting out of the station. So here we go. The first thing to know.
The part for me that I'm more interested in is how to get out of the station, because I would be the one that'd be like, how do I leave this place?
The train, and then finally getting out of the station. So here we go. The first thing to know is a system overview. The London Underground, also known as the Tube, is never known as the subway. A subway here in London is a pedestrian underpass. The London Underground is the best way to get across town or
That kind of answered my question.
What was that?
Subway and
the
tube are not the same thing.
Which is not something I expected.
Yeah. So,
okay, so this isn't something I should be comparing to New York City. Not that I know, because I haven't been there.
Probably not so much.
So hold on, then what's the difference?
The pedestrian undertube is never known as the subway. A subway here in London is a pedestrian underpass. The London Underground is the best way to get across town or to a different neighborhood in town, though it may not be the best way to go a short distance. The tube stations are a long way underground, so it can take you quite a ways on the escalator or walking to get to the platform. So if you're going 1 or 2 stops, you might be best off walking or taking the bus.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. You have to walk a fair amount, I guess, use the subway. For going neighborhoods, use the
Right?
tube.
This isn't that complicated. It
Well,
was
look, we
just...
got a map coming up.
Ooh, let's check this out.
The tube has 270 stations. There are 12 lines which are named and colored. For example, the central line has also the color of red. It's the red line.
Okay.
The hours of the tube, the trains run from 5:30 a.m. to midnight, Monday through Thursday. Friday and Saturday it's open till 1 a.m. and Sunday it opens a little later, 6:30 a.m. and closes a little earlier at 11.
That's pretty neat.
So look at that. Okay, so the red line's like the major line, right?
Yes.
This is cool because this reminds me of my Uncle Jack. He worked for the Cincinnati Railroad, and I used to go to his really scary crapping office that was up like all these really scary flights of stairs. They were like outside metal stairs that wobbled when I was a kid.
Yep.
But this reminded me kind of like what he had up that he had to look at, keep track of things. And it just kind of looks like that a little bit, but that's a lot. And obviously, of course, if you live in London, you would know the areas. We have no clue what we're looking at.
Yeah, it might make for a little more sense, but I noticed it has like some other symbols like airport and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. I'm sure that it's much easier to read when you know the area.
Absolutely. Sorry, I'm just looking to see like all the different areas that we've heard of, and I'm seeing not much. We've still not looked into London, guys. We got to get on that.
And Sunday it opens a little later, 6:30 a.m. and closes a little earlier at 11:30 p.m.
Makes sense. Oh, that's
Rush
cool.
hour in the morning is from 8 to 10 a.m. and then in the evening from 5 to 7 p.m. Those are probably times, if you want to avoid the tube. It is definitely most crowded at those hours and is also more expensive. They have peak fares and off-peak fares.
So that's basically like standard
Yeah, standard rush hour.
standard rush hour even here. Okay, got it.
There's also a few lines that offer night tube service. Those lines run 24 hours, but only on Friday and Saturday nights.
Okay, that
The
makes
second
sense.
thing to know is about planning your journey. Before you go someplace, you got to know where you need to go. Obviously, you could wait until you get to the station because every station has a tube map, but you really want to start planning before you even leave where you're standing.
So where do we go, guys? Let's help us out in the comments. We're in London. We're gonna get ready to get on the tube. It's our first day there. Where do we go first?
Yeah, where are we going first?
The first place. You tell us in the comments. First place to go. We want to know.
You can do that online. There's tube maps. You can pick up a handy tube map that you carry around with you. But the best way to do it is to download the City Mapper app. Yes, City Mapper. You can get it for iPhone or Android. It gives you great connections, great suggestions. It'll tell you the tube, the bus. It'll tell you which part of the train you should be in. It'll tell you how long it takes to walk between stations. It's really great. So use that.
That app seems super cool.
It does, but you know what I'm thinking? I ain't using no app. I'm using one of y'all.
Well, yeah.
Come with us. Help us get on the tube and direct me that way.
Yeah, and tell us how long it's going to walk. Take us to walk from one spot to the next.
No, they'll just be in the car following along. So I'm just kidding. But there's an app for everything, isn't there anymore? There are so many. Let us know if you guys use the tube.
That Google Maps will work in a pinch, but the City Mapper, really a lot better. The third thing to know about riding the tube in London is buying a ticket. And simply put, don't buy a paper ticket. They do sell paper tickets, and unless you're only gonna ride once in London, it's totally not worth it.
Okay.
A single one-way paper ticket is 5 great British pounds. You are best off buying an Oyster card. It's their stored value card. It costs $5 to store some value on it, and then you can use it to tap in and tap off. You buy the Oyster cards at any tube station. They've got a whole bunch of vending machines. You just go up there, you say buy the card, and then you put exactly how much you want to load on it. The machines will take bills, coins, and credit cards, though maybe not your credit card. If you've got a foreign card, so luck on actually getting those to work. So if you're not from the UK or Europe and you don't have a chip and PIN card, then make sure you've got some cash on you to buy the Oyster card.
Gotcha.
I find if you're here for, say, 3 or 4 days, loading up about 20 pounds is pretty good. Only reason you might want to buy something.
You guys next.
I wonder if you can use like one card, like if we went by one card.
Oh, for both of us?
Yeah, and use it for both of us.
Well, I was wondering, good question. Please let us know. Also, is the Oyster card just for the tube? Or I saw on the card it said something about transport for London. Or can you use that for other things too, like a city bus or something like that?
Yeah,
'Cause
because
he-
the app had the bus on it and other forms of transportation.
Okay. Let us know. So far, very straightforward and easy to understand. I'm liking this.
Thing on paper is if you're purchasing a travel pass, you can buy a one-day travel pass or a week-long travel pass. It depends in that case how many zones you're going, how much it would cost. For shortness of this video, I won't list out the whole prices, but I'll put a link in the description below that you can look up the exact prices of the single day and the week pass to determine whether that's a better deal. I should mention one good deal about the Oyster card and the way things work here is there's a daily cap. It's basically if you ride the subway about twice, it works out to be that then every ride after that is pretty much free. So that's
Cool.
nice. The fourth thing to
Well,
know
now.
is about getting in. Every station has ticket
to know.
gates, so to get in, find the ones that have an arrow that indicates it's for entry, insert your paper ticket in the slot, or tap your Oyster card. The gates will open up. If you have an Oyster, it'll show you the balance. You could also use a contactless credit card to go through, but maybe not your credit card if you're not from the UK. Okay, once you're through the ticket gate, because you've planned your route, you know what line and direction you need to go to. Look at the overhead.
Sorry, I have to take a moment. So I just recently watched a movie that I had never seen, surprisingly, which because I've seen like almost every movie there is. American Werewolf in London. And if you know the movie, this right here is freaking me out, man. You didn't watch it with me. You saw it forever ago.
Yeah,
but
I don't remember the.
yeah, the werewolf dude comes like right there from that, and the guy's on the escalator, laying there,
Yeah.
and he. So this just kind of freaked me out. But that movie's awesome.
Yeah.
What?
I have one question about escalators, or I just thought of it now. Like,
What?
you know how in the States, ours up is always on the right, down is on the left.
Well, it's right there.
Yeah, I mean this one's split, so I can't tell. So since you guys drive on the opposite side of the road, are
You
your
wouldn't do that, would you?
escalators opposite?
You guys wouldn't do that, right?
Who knows?
That would be weird. That would be weird.
Once you've planned your route, you know what line and direction you need to go to. Look at the overhead boards. You'll see colors and names and directions. So just head that way, likely down the escalators or some stairs. Once you get to the platform, you'll see things up on the top, some signs up on the top that'll tell you what time the next departure is and what direction and what leg or spur of the train it's going. Some lines, they're just one line, but other ones, they don't travel to all stops, they make a split. So make sure you're going on the correct split of the train to go to the stop that you want
Pretty
to.
easy so far.
And while you're on the platform, make sure to stand behind the yellow line to wait. Well, when the train gets there, step to the side of the doors, let the people off, then get on the train. Make
think
sure
we
to
know that.
mind the gap. There could be a
I know, but don't you just hate that when you're like on an elevator or something and you're trying to get off, but everybody's standing right there? You're like,
Actually, yes. That is annoying.
move away so I can get out.
Okay, he's just giving people common courtesy.
Yeah, it's common
He's talking to us
courtesy stuff.
Americans. You know that, right? I wonder, I bet people, the subway in New York City, I know that people just crowd that crap, right? So probably trying to avoid that kind of thing.
pretty big gap between the platform and the actual train. Sometimes it can be significantly higher than the platform too, so make sure you pay attention as you step onto the train. Once you're on the train, either sit or stand. Pay attention to the priority seats for disabled or pregnant or older people. Also, if you're standing right next to the door, pay attention, the doors are curved, so watch your head. If you're tall, the doors are gonna kind of come in a little bit like this. When you're on the train, the stops are well announced in English. You can look outside the window and see the stops as well, but if you use the city map,
I thought they were going to be in German. Well, it's London and all, you know? I mean, of course they're in English. Sorry, that just killed me.
it'll tell you exactly how many stops you have to go, so just go ahead and count. Once you've made it to your stop, it's time to get off the train. At this point, you're either gonna exit the train and transfer to another train, or you're gonna exit the station. If you're transferring, just follow the same process. Look at the overhead signs to transfer. If you're exiting, you'll be looking for signs that say way out. That's what it says, way out, usually in yellow. And then make sure you go to the correct exit. Many stations have different exits. When you get to the exit, just tap your Oyster card or insert your paper ticket to get out, and there you have it. Well, thanks for
It's over.
Oh. I'll let this
watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you found it useful, please hit the thumbs.
That was fast.
What happens if you lose your card?
in between getting on and getting off.
Scan to get out. Then what happens?
You grab the person next to you and say hi.
Do you just sneak out?
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't. I'm sure it happens.
I have questions. Okay, first of all, that seemed really freaking easy. It
seemed pretty easy, but
I really appreciated how easy he made that. Okay, some of the things are a little laughable about when it's time to get off the train, exit the train.
Yeah.
And the exit says way out.
Mm-hmm.
They will tell you in English.
Yeah, and the common courtesies of
stand away from the doors. But there are people in the world that don't know these simple things. So remember, common sense is not common. It's something I learned a long time ago.
Yeah.
But no, it was straightforward, easy, and things we didn't know. And that's actually quite helpful. Mm-hmm. I have confidence now to do something I would never have otherwise thought to do. So I thank you guys for telling us to do this video. I learned everything except for the last part I was just saying. But no, it seems very simple, very straightforward. I just want to know for sure, like the Oyster card, is that specific to the tube? Or can you use that for other transportation?
Yeah, for the buses.
Yeah. Can you use it for taxis? I have an obsession with your taxis. Yeah. I don't think I've told you guys this because I don't think I knew until I just watched American Werewolf in London.
No.
Well, I know what the taxis look like, but I didn't really think about them. But I didn't know that they look pretty much now as they have. Mm-hmm. They're just so cool.
Yeah, they are.
So I have a new obsession with your taxis. Hope you guys like that video. Let us know your thoughts. Again, let us know where is the first place that we get off when we're on the tube. Where's the first place we're going to actually? Mm-hmm. How many of you ride it or have, I guess? And if you like the video, hit the like button and consider subscribing to the channel. But don't leave just yet. We have some really cool P.O. Box gifts we want to share with you.
That's right.
It's not that. So we're going to grab those real quick. All right, guys. So our first P.O. Box gift we want to share with you today is from Stephen Autry, who follows us on Facebook too. Mm-hmm. And Stephen's awesome. Stephen was in line to see Queen Elizabeth, to say his goodbyes and pay his respects.
Yes.
And he was messaging us through Facebook every few hours. So the man stood in line for a long time and then took the time to think of us.
Yes.
While in London. And so he sent us some really special things that we would not otherwise have. For example, this right here. That's really cool. On the back, I didn't notice the back. I hadn't read it yet. It says, "Leave then thy foolish ranges, for none can thee secure, but one who never changes, thy God, thy life, thy cure." Songs of Farewell, Charles Hubbard Hastings Perry. I probably said the name all wrong, but this is awesome, amazing.
That is.
Just, we appreciate this. We will cherish this
Definitely
forever.
Keepsake.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
Thank you, Stephen. And he sent some more stuff too.
We also got a keychain,
which is super cool.
Queen t-shirt.
You know who's wearing that in this house, right? And we got a couple magazines too, which are really neat. Go ahead and show yours.
Trying to keep these nice and flat so that they're
the back though
going to be in good condition. That's amazing.
That's beautiful. And then we got this one with Elizabeth and Philip and their royal family, which these are beautifully well done. We've already looked through these a few times. Very thick and awesome, and so many cool things in here. So thank you so much for that.
Such a treasure to have these.
These really are, and they mean a lot to us because we absolutely love the Queen and miss her dearly, as I know you guys probably, of course you do. So thank you for these. I'm going to put these safely over here.
Could have never bought those here.
No. Okay, so the next thing that we got is from Lee. And Lee, we love you, but you did not leave your last name. So we know we have a couple Lees over on Facebook that follow us as well, but please leave us your last name. We don't know which Lee you are, but we love you. But he sent us some
really cool stuff.
Some really cool stuff, but within like a few things came. One box came one day, and then a few days later, another box came, which surprised us, and they're both from him. But I'll let Debbie show you the first thing here. I'm not proud of this at all. Sarcasm. What I got. It's the UK single for Highlander. It's A Kind of Magic and A Dozen Red Roses for My Darling, which is amazing because I couldn't get this here.
Heck no.
Well, I could, but it would have been like really expensive and probably all scratched up. And then he sends over the One Vision extended version on the single on vinyl, which is epic. Thank you. You know I'm the biggest Queen fan in America. Epic. Love anything Queen.
Very awesome.
Thank you so much. Then he has to up the ante, right? So y'all know how mad I was when Debbie got her Welsh rugby shirt and it was all super customized. And then Mr. Ian Farnsworth hooked me up with the Welsh rugby top and then the football top.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then I see in the letter, Debbie got something else really special. And you know, Debbie's very Italian in her ancestry. You're not getting to see the cool sleeves.
Cool sleeves. Cool back.
So she got the Italian rugby top.
And it looked good in blue.
Yeah. And it fits her amazingly. She actually wore this yesterday and I was pretty impressed.
I did.
But you know, Lee is an awesome guy. So he didn't want to leave me out either.
Heck no.
And since Debbie originally,
you out.
yeah, she originally had the Welsh ancestry, right? But then that went away with the ancestry update. And I have 6% now. Lee, I love you, you beautiful man. Look what I got. The 2019 World Cup version too.
Yes.
What's up, Welsh people?
And it totally fits her.
It fits me really well. Thank you for this. Nobody ever gets my size right. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. I've already worn this a few times. We both have.
Mm-hmm.
But this is awesome. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
To my Welsh relatives over there. But then he's like, you know what? I'm going to send them a whole other box. We got another box like a few days later. It starts with this, doesn't it, Debbie?
It does start with this.
But it ends with, yeah, you're seeing that right. It's awesome. It's our first rugby ball. It's the official replica. And we've been keeping this in here.
It's been on the shelf.
Which we think is a perfect place for it until we learn how to play rugby someday. Someday. But we think that's the perfect place for that, which is awesome. So thank you so much, Lee. You're a rock star, man. But let us know what's your last name. We don't know.
Yes, thank you again.
Last but not least is something very special again. Now, this is coming from someone who would like to remain anonymous, and we will, of course, honor that wish. This is just, of course, we've all seen this, this print, but it was really cool to actually have one sent to us of the Queen with Paddington.
So sweet.
And I just like want to tear up when I see that because I think everybody, when you first saw this,
yeah,
you know, the corgi, everything about it, just
so touching.
And she did. I will read one thing she said. She sent us a handwritten note, which you know we love. One thing she said was, "I appreciate the respect and honor you have shown to our late Queen." And I want to say this before we go. We did do the video on the Queen's funeral, and we were doing nothing but trying to show our utmost truthful, genuine respect. And we had received so much back from you guys that so many thank yous and this and that. We don't want your thank yous.
No, we sure don't.
Please don't thank us. We appreciate it. We don't want you to thank us. We thank you. We thank you for sharing with the world. We appreciate the love, and it meant so much to us. But we really just wanted to pay our respects to. We don't have to be British or part of the Commonwealth even to admire someone that is so admirable.
Yeah. Pay respect to a leader of another country that
humanity.
led so well.
Yeah. So, but we appreciate all your love. You guys did send so much back to us, and thank you for that. We have not forgotten the Queen, and we're not going to forget the Queen. So don't think that for a second. But thank you for this, and
thank you. This
has been a special gifts for sure. They always are. And we always thank you guys so much for even thinking of us at all to even want to send us anything. If anyone does want to, we get a lot of questions like, where is the P.O. Box description? Right. The P.O. Box address is in the description of every video we have out there. So,
yes, it is.
But thank you guys so much. Everyone who sent something, all of you for watching. And we hope you enjoyed this video today. And we'll be back again as we always are. So thank you guys. We appreciate you. And until next time, love like jazz.
Be as strong as Tyson.
Bye, guys.